Day 3 of me walking the Brooklyn Bridge every day for a week while I tell you the story of how it was built. Washington Augustus Roebling became head engineer of the project. He was just 32 years old. The first job to sink the foundation for these stone towers. The way that they did that is with this technology brand new called caissons. Washington Roebling was the foremost expert in America on caissons, and yet he had never actually been inside one. This is the craziest aspect of the Brooklyn Bridge. Every single man that participated in the caisson process is a hero. A caisson is a massive wooden chest that does not have a bottom. The first caisson to be built was for the Brooklyn Tower. It was 168 feet long by 102 feet wide. And they shipped it out like a boat, filled with compressed air, and then they layered on top of it a bunch of stones as it gradually sunk closer and closer to the foundation of the East River. If the box fills with water, if something goes wrong with the compressed air, if anything goes wrong, everyone dies. Temperature is roughly always around 85 degrees or higher. Air was extremely heavy and dank. The men's voices inside the caisson would be extremely high pitched. It really sounds like your worst nightmare. The whole time work was happening on the bridge, the public couldn't see it because it was all happening underneath the East River. They never suffered for workers because there were so many immigrants that were looking for good pay and a good job, even if that meant going 30 feet deep and living for hours in compressed air. Once they were down, they'd shovel up dirt and they'd blow up boulders. We're averaging 6 inches a week of movement underneath these stone towers of the Brooklyn Bridge. Sit. Blocks of concrete that were sunk manually to the bottom of the East River. What the men of the Brooklyn Bridge were about to learn, there are consequences to long-term exposure to compressed air.